What would you do if the person you loved most became your daily tormentor? For me, that person was my sister, Claire. Growing up, we were inseparable two peas in a pod, sharing secrets under the covers, dreaming of futures where we'd conquer the world together. But life has a way of twisting bonds, doesn't it? Claire, 2 years older, got married to a man who seemed to polish her life to a glossy sheen. She moved into a big house, drove a sleek car, and wore designer clothes that screamed success. I, on the other hand, was still piecing my life together, scraping by in a cramped apartment, drowning in student loans, and working a job that barely paid the bills. Somewhere along the way, Claire decided my struggles were her entertainment. It started subtly. She'd drop by unannounced, her heels clicking on my creaky floorboards, her perfume overwhelming my tiny space. "Oh, Emma," she'd sigh, eyeing my mismatched furniture. "Still living like a college kid?" I'd laugh it off, chalk it up to sibling teasing. But the visits became daily, each one sharper, crueler. She'd critique my cooking, my clothes, my dreams. "You're still chasing that writing nonsense?" she'd say, smirking. "Maybe if you'd settled down like me, you wouldn't be so stuck." Her words were knives, slicing deeper each time, and I felt smaller, more invisible, in my own home. I tried to understand her. Maybe her perfect life wasn't so perfect. Maybe she needed to feel superior to mask some hidden pain. I'd ask about her marriage, her job, but she'd wave me off, redirecting the conversation to my failures. "You should have listened to Mom," she'd say. "She always knew you'd amount to nothing." That one stung worst of all, because Mom had passed years ago, and Claire wielded her memory like a weapon. I'd bite my tongue, swallow the hurt, and tell myself she didn't mean it. But the truth was, I was breaking. The day I snapped wasn't planned. It was a Tuesday, gray and rainy, my mood as heavy as the clouds. Claire breezed in, her umbrella dripping on my rug. "God, Emma, this place is depressing," she said, tossing her coat over my chair. She launched into her usual routine, mocking my outdated laptop, my unwashed dishes, my life. I stood at the kitchen counter, gripping my coffee mug so tightly my knuckles whitened. Something inside me shifted, like a dam cracking under pressure. I couldn't take it anymore. "Claire," I said, my voice low but steady, "why do you do this?" She froze, her smirk faltering. "Do what?" she asked, feigning innocence. I stepped closer, my heart pounding. "You come here every day to tear me down. Why? What did I ever do to you?" My voice rose, years of suppressed anger spilling out. "I'm trying, Claire. I'm trying so hard. And all you do is remind me I'm not enough. Why do you hate me?" Her face twisted shock, then defiance. "Hate you? I'm just being honest. Someone has to tell you you're wasting your life. That was it. The dam broke. Get out," I said, pointing to the door. "Get out and don't come back until you can treat me like your sister, not your punching bag." She laughed, a cold, brittle sound, but I didn't back down. "I mean it, Claire. I'm done." She grabbed her coat, muttering about my dramatic nonsense, and left. The door slammed, and the silence that followed was deafening. I sank to the floor, tears streaming, but there was a strange relief in it. For the first time in months, I felt like I could breathe. Days passed, then weeks. Claire didn't come back. At first, I was glad. The absence of her venom was a gift. But as time wore on, I missed her, not the Claire who mocked me, but the sister I'd loved. I wondered if I'd been too harsh, if I'd pushed her away forever. I wrote her a letter, not to apologize, but to explain. I told her I loved her, but I couldn't be her target anymore. I needed to value myself, even if she didn't. I mailed it, but she never replied. Months later, I saw her at a family friend's wedding. She looked the same, polished, perfect, but there was a tightness in her eyes. We didn't speak, but I caught her watching me, and for a moment, I thought I saw regret. I'd changed, though. I was writing again, submitting stories, rebuilding my confidence. Her absence had given me space to grow, to see my worth. I didn't need her approval anymore. Sometimes, I wonder if she'll ever reach out, if we'll find our way back to each other. But I know now that love doesn't mean enduring cruelty, even from family. I snapped that day to save myself, and though it cost me my sister, it gave me something greater, the courage to stand up for my own heart.